R.I.P. to that brother Billy Boondocks. Yo, it's not a game at all. Life is too short for y'all to be playing like, oh, I'll see him later, or I'll holler later, or I'll do this later, or nah, I ain't gonna talk to them now, I'll talk to them later. Cause ain't nobody promised tomorrow.
Everybody doing their ones and twos. Make better plans, make better moves. Spread love to your family, your crew, your boo. The truth is the only thing I'm attracted to. Now tell about.
Straight like that. And it's deep because certain things, you have to avoid dealing with energy and things of that nature. This is one of them brothers you can see. Yeah, that phone rang, people answering. Boom, boom, yo. Probably happy to hear it's call. You dig? Because everything I seen, it's good energy from that brother, man. Passed away from asthma. That's the word on the street. You dig? R.I.P. Billy Boondocks, man. Dad, man. I don't know how old he was and none of that stuff. You dig? And condolences to his family. Nigga pretty black. My nigga pretty black. Going through some shit. He going through it right now. Said he on go. It's like, I know his family like, nah, we gotta stay strong with whatever's going on. I think he lost his princess, man. His granddaughter, because he definitely a grandfather age group, man. I think it's his daughter, man. That's gotta be the worst. You dig? My son passed away as a baby. He turned 31 Saturday. You dig? So I know about that stuff firsthand. That's why I wasn't on the thing this weekend at all. You dig? Throwing up stuff I did already. You dig? Just trying to stay busy, because that's the main thing you gotta do when stuff like that happens. You gotta try your best to stay busy, stay moving, stay trying to do something. Even though it's not going to keep your mind off it, but it'll get your mind off it for a few seconds, few minutes, maybe a couple of hours, all depending on how you just trying to be busy. You dig? Though it's going to come right back. At least you had them few hours to give yourself a break, to give yourself some time, because there's not a game at all losing somebody you love. You got to think about them every single day of your life. Like the man on that wall. Right after my birthday. I had to watch it happen. I had to tell the doctors. They knew what it was, but they still gotta have your so-called permission slip. Bullshit. You dig? It's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game at all. Things happening. A nigga let off down the street. I'm like, that. That's Elite 13. Like, yo. Did you see the ghetto bird? Right over here. One spot, I'm like, yeah, that's how I go. What we doing? I put up a post about breaking that spin cycle. Nobody checking for that. What happened to what the OG's supposed to stay on with the youth. You're scared of them. Therefore, you gave up. You ain't give up because nobody want to listen. Gave up because you're scared of them. You're scared of that energy. You're scared of that buckshot shit happening to you. When you're supposed to be a man and stand on business on everything you do. Now, I got kids now. I can't be out here worried about what's going on with everybody. But your kids gotta walk through out here with everybody. And therefore, they get in the mix of that cycle. You thinking you can't keep them away from it. You gotta go to school with the same kids. Programs with the same kids. All kind of stuff. You regulate that community. So they got block associations for things like that. Are you attending it? Find out what's going on? Or you just going on to gossip of what's going on the block like they do on YouTube? Because that's where it started in the street. Don't blame YouTube. What shit niggas was doing on the street way before this thing was invented. That's where they got it from. The dumbass doing it in the street. Man. Now for what I'm here to talk about, man. It's the Stockholm. How it's certain families, kids, be born Stockholm. Just born that way. You dig? You don't even know that this is abuse or none of that. Just the way it is. And that's just that. Know about being right or wrong. Just knew that when it happened, you was hurting. You dig? And you could go one or two ways. It happened to me, so I'm gonna make sure it happened to everybody else. Or it happened to me and I don't want it to happen to nobody else. Because it happened to me. One or the other. This is what happened with Diddy. And them damn kids. There's a man that played the game of being a mastermind early. And it wasn't even a mastermind. It was really a hater. You want to call somebody the biggest hater and talk about who hating. Bruh Love was the biggest hater of all time. You can tell his kids I said it. I'm here for y'all because you don't know. I do. I led it way before you. Before him. Alright? Everybody in the fucking hood fucking know it. So, here's my message to everybody that want to run their mouth about what's going on with these kids, when a lot of y'all who view things like this will Stockholm yourself. You can be Stockholmed in many ways. Stockholm Syndrome, I guess, came from someone named Stockholm that went through years of abuse and still had love for the abuser because they didn't know it was abuse. They thought it was the way it is. You dig? And sometimes you get to a point where you'll do something. Because if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't getting that attention. Even though it's negative attention. Here we go. You got your man said, nah, gotta take that. You know, you think he the man. He a pretty boy. I bet he knew that was Wolf Kid probably before Wolf knew. because that was just whatever. And I'm reaching like a motherfucker, but it makes sense when you hear everything I'm saying. Because how was it coincident the ones you was rocking with, you got their baby mother? Because in reality, that's baby mother. Respectfully. You look just like that, man. I'm getting ready to go in. For real. You sleep. Stockholm. It's a syndrome I'm glad my brother ain't go through. You dig? And I won't know none of y'all go through. You dig? A lot of this stuff is not a game. Nah. You ask me how I know even bigger than whatever's going on with that man that's on that wall. My nigga. That's right, I miss him every single day. Yeah, there's people even that came in this house. Yo, how did you such and such after all that stuff that was happening and all this stuff that happened and all that? I said, yo, listen, I'm a grown ass man, for real. So me to go for whatever happened in 1980 something and 1970 something and all that other stuff and still be around a person that I said or claimed that did me dirty, I'm a phony motherfucker. I ain't phony. I ain't thinking about none of that. It was a few things that he discussed with me just a couple of months before he passed. I ain't think about it over 30 years. Yeah, huh? You told? You gotta relock your memory bank like, hold up. Oh, snap. Certain things is just like, but you gotta keep. What, man, listen. Stuff that they going through with some shit. You know what I mean? And going from a chandelier to a shelter in a matter of one lockup. You wanna know why? Because in situations like him and a lot of people, they wanna be that one everybody gotta go to. They wanna be that one everybody gotta call and count on, even though the person that ain't doing nothing for you, man. Unless you're doing something for him. When did that start? When did that start? Taking care of the village don't got nothing to do with what you gonna do for me. That's where the problems start with a lot of y'all motherfuckers. Because the problem is y'all worried about what somebody gonna do for you instead of worried about how you taking care of everything when you're capable of doing it. And they know it need to be done. No, y'all worry about everything being in jail and we supposed to be grown ass man. I mean, you do that in your 20s, in your early 30s, we in our 40s, 50s, you niggas 60 years old, still moving like you fit in. You can say whatever, you can carry all the behavior you want, but still have 15-year-old emotions. Try that one. See, this is what's turning a lot of the shorties off from the men and thinking men ain't even being men. Period. Because of that clown shit like that. You dig? Diddy kids going through some shit, man. You talking about years of grooming these kids that outdo whatever's going on with their real father and all that shit. And then how you set of kids you're gonna get a whole bunch of other shit. So these kids gonna want to be around them, even though that's still a brother and sister connection. You dig? Through the mother. Mother and kid, it's such, you dig? To where they ain't gonna be lifetime connected. Period. My brother in the living room don't know nothing about none of that stuff that I'm talking to you about. Cause see, that's the growth of that man on the wall. You dig? Well, I'm not gonna do that, and reflecting on what he did. They didn't do that to my sister either. You dig? And that's a blessing. You dig? That's the main thing that was important for me. Seeing that not happening. You dig? It's like, oh, all right. You do. Well, because our shit would have been totally different. Probably would have never been on. You dig? But a lot of things happen where I'm no better than nobody, man. Straight up. You can't use drugs, not doing drugs, or drinking, or not drinking as no excuse for our behavior. Behavior is behavior. Straight up. You have a person on dope that have way more principle than a sober nigga. We gotta be good to each other, man. Break that cycle. It's the only way. I had a song called Cycle. Came out. He knocked the page. I'll do it and do it again. I'm not thinking about that. Thinking about these dang kids, man. You dig? That's the main problem that y'all too busy worried about. Too busy worried about my yellow teeth, ugly feet, and receding hairline when I done got plenty guap twat way before the airtime. Instead of listening to the message. I'm an ugly nigga today, I'll be an ugly nigga tomorrow. Early. Voice uglier than them face. Early. But the message is clear. Early. When y'all gonna pass it on? Early. Stuff that them kids went through. I'm not teaching them business and things of that nature and all that other stuff. Is where that piece of the puzzle, because you want to be the king, knock the king down, game over. Rest of the chessboard mean nothing. And that's the problem of having that ego of wanting to have that power, black or white, because we all doing that to each other. When you got all these gray hair, where's Ronald Reagan Jr. at? He here probably in his 70s, 80s now. You dig? To where that whole time came and went because you're busy, too busy carrying the legacy of one man to where these other people don't even exist because y'all doing that off of one individual. Keeping that legacy going. This man not gonna be here forever. Just Junior. Let him keep it going. Junior can't do it. You might have special needs, certain things of that nature. And one of the brothers do it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. We too immortalized on the individuality instead of the message that's coming from the individual. You dig? And then the ones that's giving the messages, you find out, the ones that's the one full of shit, man. That's a damn shame. You dig? Treat each other better than this, man. We capable of doing it. Let's all do it. I ain't talking to we are the world shit. But we damn sure are the children of this shit. You dig it? So, let's do what it do, player. You dig it? Stop being all down on them. Young nuts, all that what y'all spending and all that on. Cut it out. You dig? Follow your grandmother's instructions. Do what she tell you to do. She the one that took care of your daddy. Alright? And that's that. Y'all babies, y'all be cool, man. Y'all went through so much, man, seeing that little baby at that birthday thing, doing that. See, that's the stuff I'm talking about, man. Where it's like that. Come on. Y'all don't know you know, and a lot of y'all do. But then they forgot because y'all became Stockholm to the left. You dig? See, Stockholm to the left is where you become the one that's doing the same thing your parents did to you. You think you're doing something different. I could have got it fucked up a lot of times. I almost did a few times. They don't know. None of my children do. From the oldest to the youngest. You dig it? My oldest be 33 in a few months. You dig? Holla at a little while. You dig? And my oldest sons, holla at them earlier today. You dig? Making almost 100 bands a year. Niggas is, they chilling, living his life. You dig? Ask them for nothing. Even when I'm starving, whatever, going through whatever, I don't do that. Ask them for nothing, man. You dig? They don't even be knowing it. You dig? And we just live life, man. Let them enjoy their life. You dig? They find out I'm in a wheelchair. They might want to start covering it around. Oh, I gotta take care of pasta to check it pasta down. But nah, it ain't like that. My kids be wanting to check me. They just do what they do. Never stood still. Third generation. Have the first one. Y'all stay up, be good to each other, and show a little more consideration on them daggone kids, man. Do whatever you want to do with bro love. Kids, even at the parties and all that stuff, you know they were groomed. Trust what I tell you about grooming. And if y'all don't get the message on that and what that really means, we'll have a separate conversation on that part alone.